Hello.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Good evening. How are we all doing?
Good.
We good?
It's all good. Yep.
It's been a wee while. It's been a few weeks since the last one.
Yep.
Does anybody
Yeah.
have anything to update us with?
Yes,
Any
I
news?
do at least, but I don't know about anyone else.
I want to hear. Jeez.
Go on then.
I've got to meet the host of this show, Miss Helen Leggy Lady, in person, and John at the bottom there in person
Hey, Tony.
in Edinburgh.
You said it right.
He said it right. Oh, I just
Yay.
And Glasgow.
Oh,
So yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It
that
was a good old
exciting.
time, wasn't it? It was a good old
Ah.
time.
and you got good weather.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in Glasgow it rained, but in Edinburgh, it didn't rain at all. That was there.
And then when you
Whatsoever.
left, we've made up for it since. We had
There's a
torrential rain
downpour.
one night.
Yeah.
One time. It's still
So that's-
roasting though.
So that's my excitement.
So basically, what Jeeves is saying is he did some traveling.
Yep.
And Johnny, you've been to some gigs. You've got news too. Since the last
Have
time
I?
we were here. Yeah, because the last time we were here, you said you were going to go and see Arctic Monkeys in Manchester. and you were going to go and see...
I went to see Arctic Monkeys. They were quite good. I went to see Hives as well. They were support band. They were real good. And then I went to see Left Field at the Badlands. That was a good gig. That was good.
Oh.
So
nice.
done that. But apart from that, I've just been working.
Mm-hmm.
Same old. Same old.
Arctic Monkeys down in Manchester. Good gig. Twickenham, Old Trafford place. That's good.
It's some journey for a gig the way 4 hours down there, 4 hours back, or whatever it is. It's not local.
Couple of nights in a hotel.
What about you, Rick? You got any news?
Nothing too exciting. Not really. Just day
No?
by day.
Just the same old.
Same old.
Same old. So, do you want to go around and because I'm just obviously making the assumption that anybody watching this knows who everybody is, but do you want to go around the table and explain to everybody who you all are, and then we can get into the...
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we'll start with Rick because we'll go clockwise.
So, as you can see on this screen, my name is Rick Costa there. If you want more info, I have a website, rickcosta.com. I love me some music, hence why I think I'm here. And I'm ready for a fun time. And hopefully I don't have to be Simon Cowell at all, but you never know.
Well, someone's got to be. Jeeves?
Well, I'm Jeeves, aka Mr. Twix. That's my DJ name. I'm an engineer, photographer, videographer, editor, a mixer, master. So basically everything in entertainment. And I stream here 3 times a week on Twitch. So that's me.
Johnny?
Hello, I'm Johnny. I do music quizzes on Twitter Live once a week. Used to do Periscope. On Periscope, you couldn't get me off. At one time, I think I was quizzing 7 days a week. But I've calmed down now. I've come off the drugs. So
I think you may have been addicted slightly.
I just had that many playlists. I was just bored, and I used to just make playlists. So I'm on a Sunday 9 p.m. UK on Twitter Live until Periscope starts again. Then I'll be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
7 days. At least it's not 24 hours.
Exactly.
I said at least it's not 24 hours.
And I'm Helen, and I am the host of Helen's Mixtape on a Thursday on 365 Radio. And this is kind of why we're here. People send me their music, hoping that it'll get played on the radio. I can't play everything, but more things should get a chance to be heard. And so we open the inbox, the emails, and we have a little look through and a wee listen and give our opinion on what those things are, whether they're a hit or a miss. And that's pretty much the premise of what we're about to do. So let me just do that and have a wee look at the emails. Let me get them up. Screen share.
Hello, Tony.
I don't even know if he's still here. He said that about 10 minutes ago. So, hang on. What am I not? Is that showing? It is showing, right? It is showing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, how far back? I think we did Yisat Loft last time, and I did pronounce her name correctly. She got in contact to say that I'd pronounced it perfectly, so thank you for that. I felt a little bit better afterwards because I wasn't sure at the time. Right, so immediately after that, we've got one here in oxidables. Let's open this one and see what it says. Hello, we are Michal and Angel from the Spanish independent band Inoxidable. You might have to think of a name that people can pronounce on the radio, because this is going to be awkward. Inoxidables. We have recently released our album, Poor and Pure, and this is our new single for the radio, Cold. We hope you like it. Okay, well, let's just find out what we think.
Mhm.
Are we able
Yep.
to open the MP3, or does that still share that? What's happening when that? Okay, so if I open that, it doesn't share it, right?
Nope.
I hate when that happens when we jump. Okay, hang on. What I need to do is I need to share the other screen so that we can hear it. Are we ready for this?
Yep.
Mhm.
Ready.
Mis amigos, voy a borrar media vida y escapar sueños que sois tiempo perdido. Nunca
Okay. Rick, would you like to go first?
Sure. Did they mention in the email that was in Spanish?
They didn't. They said that they were Spanish, so
Okay.
And I don't speak.
Yeah.
I don't speak a lick of Spanish, but I know that you do. So you're going first.
Yeah, it was basically kind of lovey-dovey, kind of,
Mushy, mushy.
cutesy. Yeah, lovey-dovey, mushy, mushy.
Mushy.
Yeah, mushy, mushy. I could see myself driving around, listening to this, going, kind of like, had a nice beat, carried me. I like the vocals, it sounded good. To me, the mix sounded pretty good. I don't really think I have a whole lot of negative thing to say about it, other than I wasn't expecting it was going to be in Spanish, but yeah, thought it was okay. It's pretty good.
Jeeves.
I thought it was pretty good. I didn't expect it to be in Spanish. I think that's the reason why you couldn't read that whatever word was. It's probably a Spanish word or something. But yeah, I like the whole mix and everything. It was really nice. It's definitely a radio hit for sure. But I don't know about being in your show, but it'll be commercial radio. It can be like it sounded like mainstream stuff that's out there. So yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. The drums were nice. Everything nice.
Johnny.
I'm the same. I think if they wanted to be more commercial, do an English version. If the lyrics fit to the, sometimes obviously you change your lyrics to a different language, it doesn't fit the song.
Mhm.
I just, I was getting the guitar riff I was getting like the kind of the Cure kind of guitar riff through that song. I thought, and then the bass, and I thought to myself,
Mhm.
that's a bit New Order in the bass. I thought, so
Mhm.
the influences are New Order, the Cure kind of stuff. But it's a good tune. I just wish they maybe do an English version of it, because I think if they did, it would get airplay in the UK definitely.
Mhm. I would agree with that. I think being in Spanish will hinder it from being played on commercial radio. Definitely. It's funny you're saying you heard The Cure and Joy Division. I heard the Spiral Carpets and the Lightning Seeds. I kind of heard that kind of, sort of sound. I liked it. I think this could be. I think everybody else has already sort of surmised what I was going to say. This would be played on commercial radio here or the BBC or whatever. I do think that it being in Spanish might hinder that somewhat. I actually quite liked it being in a different language. I probably wouldn't get played on Helen's mixtape just because it's not very synthy. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but just because it would stand out like a sore thumb in amongst all the other stuff that I play. Unless I was playing, a show that was that kind of, there was other tracks of the same kind of genre around it, more sort of acousticy. But it sounded kind of like 90s indie kind of vibe. Hi Craig. I liked it. I don't think it's for Helen's mixtape, but I do think it would be played on radio, and I think what would be a good thing for inoxidable. I think what would be good for this band is if they submit that to radio stations. Obviously that's what they're doing, but send it to 365 radio, the main my radio station. Send it to the actual station, because what will happen is you've sent it to me, and obviously that's for my show specifically, and my show is very synth electronica, but the station will distribute that to the other DJs, right? They'll send it out in an email to everyone who's on the station, so you've got more chance of having it played, certainly on 365, and that's usually the case for other stations as well. Commercial stations, a bit more difficult. There's usually some executive deciding, alongside some record label what's getting played, but little, independent radio stations, community radio stations, I think this will get played. So, what do we think, boys? Is it a hit or is it a miss?
It's a hit.
Congratulations, Inoxidables. Inoxy. We're calling you Inoxy for
You know what
short.
you should do?
okay?
You should punch that into Google and see what Google says.
Congratulations, Inoxy. Right?
Could be-
You're
could be
a
right.
hit all round.
You might want to check
Tony D in the chat says, not too knowledgeable about Spanish music or culture, but I'll say it was just regular to me. I don't see it as a major hit though, miss. I think it was too insipid. It was too similar to many other things.
Hi,
I
Craig.
don't think it sounded particularly Spanish at
No.
all,
Mm-mm.
musically at all.
Music-wise, it sounded quite English.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I heard a kind of 90s indie vibe. I heard In Spiral Carpets. I heard maybe not quite Primal Scream, but that kind of era.
Yeah.
That's what I was hearing. I wasn't hearing Spanish music at all.
Nope.
I think that's what threw me initially. I was like, wait, they're not speaking English. I was like, this doesn't sound
I
Spanish.
tried to see if there's any English word was coming out of it, but it wasn't.
No, I mean they did when they introduced themselves in the email. They did say that they were Spanish, and they did tell me the names of the album and the single in Spanish, which I don't speak, and then they had it in English translation for me in brackets. Thank you for that, by the way, much appreciated.
Oh, that's good.
Because I don't speak Spanish, and I maybe should try to learn, but I'm getting a bit old for that now. Right, moving along, shall we? Shall we open the inbox again?
Tony said, I heard 80s mainstream at best.
No, I didn't hear 80s at
No, I
all.
didn't hear 80s at all.
Mm-mm.
80s would be like the big snare drum with a lot of reverb on it.
No, I heard kind of in Spiral Carpets. Johnny was saying he heard kind of The Cure and New Order. I heard more kind of 90s indie, acoustic-y kind of vibe going
like-
on. Right, anyway, let's find something else then. Is this actually sharing? I haven't checked that. Hang on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's sure.
Yeah, I see it.
That's good. Okay. Okay, here is someone who has actually specifically submitted something for JukeBox Jury. Normally, when people send me things, it's for the show. It's for Helen's mixtape. But this here says JukeBox Jury submission. So let's open that because that's grabbed my attention. I don't think people send it for that, really. It's unusual. Good evening, Helen. Hello, Esselmont. I hope you are well. Oh, hang on. Has this actually opened this? Yes, you can see it. Okay, that's fine. I would like to take this opportunity to provide a submission to the JukeBox Jury. Track is called No Photographs of Me Exist. Kind of sounds a bit like me. And features on our new LP, And Then You Burst Into Flames, releasing the 16th of June. Okay, so it's just been released. Please find the attached track and socials below. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, let's see. Okay, I can open this up here, I think. Is that still sharing that? Awesome.
Yep.
quick news flash to say I've arrived in one piece. Good lodgings with a nice landlady.
Fact is, I'm just a teeny weeny bit choosy. Particular, if you see what I mean. But I'm always ready. Be prepared, as we used to say in the Girl Guides.
A bit crazy, but okay. Sort of everyone's favorite aunt. Very cozy.
I tell all my guests that to treat my house as home. Home from home, dear.
Don't let my awful sisters drag you down. Joke. Love. Billy.
Your sense of humor doesn't have to be the same as mine. Then I'm afraid you're going to be a bit disturbed by what goes on. And by the way, if any of you are tempted to think it's all pretty far-fetched,
Very cozy.
then you should stop and think. And ask yourself seriously whether such a thing as this could really happen. The answer is yes. Of course it does. Even to you.
Love. Billy. Good lodgings with a nice landlady.
Be prepared, as we used to say in the Girl Guides.
But okay. Very cozy.
Home from home, dear.
Love.
About what goes on. Sense of humor doesn't have to be pretty far-fetched.
Billy, very cozy.
Even to you.
Love. Billy.
Okay. Jeeves, do you want to go first this time?
I can. I was lost and confused. I don't know what was happening.
All right.
Totally. I don't know what that whole thing was, but they were taking too long to get to the point. Way too long.
Okay.
So, I wasn't impressed at all. I was very confused of where they're taking this to.
Okay.
That's me.
Is that it? All right. Rick?
I don't want to be Simon Cowell. I really don't. But the question is, does the person suffer from schizophrenia? Like, it was such a mishmash of so many things just piled into it, totally random, disjointed, not related. I'm like, are you trying to pretend to be like a future song or something? Like from the dystopian future? Like, I didn't know what to think. I mean, obviously, he probably thinks it's amazing and in his mind or her mind, but it was a mishmash mess. I didn't know what to think. I'm like, where are we going? Like from beginning to end. Like oh, and speaking of that, like it was like a third of the song before we even heard a vocal. So I was thinking, is this instrumental? And then all of a sudden, oh, okay, we got words, but it's all just samples or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice as I can, but that's all I get to say.
Johnny?
Who's the artist?
Esselmont.
Esselmont.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I like experimental ambience mixed together. It's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to loads of it.
Mm-hmm.
Very future sound of London.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, back in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was great. Loved it. I used to watch, when I used to go clubbing, I used to go home about 3 in the morning, and there was a programme on TV, Channel 4, called The Trip, and it was basically all just like footage of like Apollo missions,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all kind of music linked to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to just sit and listen to that for like maybe a couple hours while chilling out.
Right.
But I cannot say that I don't like the song, because I do, and I would definitely download it and buy it.
Well, you can. The album was released on the 16th, so it's out there, and it's called... Hang on a wee minute. Let's just get Johnny in the...
So something like When We Burn Into Flames
So
or something?
this was sent to me by Rob from Esselmont, and the track was called No Photographs of Me Exist, and the LP was called And Then You Burst Into Flames.
That's it. And then
Is that your... Are you done with your...
unless you want me to sing. Unless you want me to
Oh,
sing.
have you
that's it.
said what you need to say?
No,
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It was good.
Okay. I actually enjoyed it as well, but I understand why the boys are confused. When it first started, it sounded like it was going to be... It sounded like it should have been a soundtrack to something. At one point, I thought it was going to be a cover of like A Whiter Shade of Pale, you know, with the chord progression at the start.
Yeah.
And there was a lot going on. Now I don't know how you guys are listening to this. I think you've all got headphones, and I've actually got monitors on my desk, so I'm getting quite an accurate sound. And there was a lot going on in that mix, which was actually quite... It was nice. It was tingly on the ears, you know. What I would say, if I had to say anything as constructive feedback, I would say I would drop about a minute's worth of the distortion at the beginning. It was a little bit too long. It did take a little bit too long for the lyrics to kick in. It is a 5.5-minute song. You can knock that down to 4.5 minutes. There's more chance of it getting played on the radio. I understand that it's an album track, and I understand that you submitted it for JukeBox Jury and not for a Helen's mixtape, but this actually probably played on Helen's mixtape if it wasn't quite so long. I would drop some of the distortion and some of the instrumental stuff at the start. You could lose about a minute off of that. Once the actual song kicked in, I enjoyed it. I understand, like, it's, again, and maybe it's a cultural thing, right? You're from the States, Jesus from Canada, we're both from the UK. There's been a long tradition of experimental, you know, electronica, experimental industrial music in the UK. Maybe it's just not a thing over there. So maybe it's harder to kind of, you know, zone into it, if that makes sense. I quite liked it. I quite enjoyed it. Do you know what? I feel like I need to listen to it again. And the reason I feel like I need to listen to it again, and I'm not going to do it on here, but I feel like I need to go away and listen to it again, because there was so much going on.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of those tracks where every time you listen to it, you hear something else.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're going to get something else out of it.
See what I'm checking
This
here,
would be nice.
Helen?
What's that?
So I'm checking here, the album's got 16 tracks on it.
Oh, wow.
And you're saying that song's got about 5.5 minutes.
Wow.
So the album's it's only 47 minutes long. So I think maybe that's why they're setting that track, because that is the main one.
The longer track on the album. I think I would listen to this in the car
Definitely.
on a drive. I would.
I didn't mind the drums in the background, but just like the voices coming here and there, they were sampling. That was kind of throwing me off, so I was kind of confused in that. But the background music, whatever the drums that were playing, was pretty cool, I thought. But I was just confused, completely confused.
And I like the
Well-
stereo too, the effect, especially in the very beginning. Like, it
Yep.
was
Yep,
like,
there
oh,
was
I
a
like
lot
that.
going on in that. There was a lot going on in that mix. And it was well mixed.
Yeah,
Actually, I have to say, Esselman, it was well mixed. You did a good job on that.
Yeah, mix was good.
And I can tell, right? It doesn't sound, the mix doesn't sound amateurish at all. I don't know if you did that yourself or if you had that professionally done, but it was a good mix.
Kudos to the mix.
Tony says, sorry, I'm straining my eyes because I've got a fan. I'm so hot. I've got a fan blowing in my face, but it's drying my eyes out, and I'm like that.
I wish I had a fan, but
It's
my
so
fan's
hot
blowing
here,
around.
but it's kind of, my eyes are getting all dried up. Kind of Art of Noise-ish to me, more of a chill vibe than anything. Not sure if it'll make it miss. Now, see, you've said Art of Noise because that's probably the only kind of semi-experimental group that kind of made it in the States, but there's been loads of, even before the Art of Noise were in an early sampling, you know, when Fairlights and Emulator 2s were in their kind of infancy, and, you know, samples of noises and sounds were part of the track. That was very early on, but there was earlier people than that, people like Throb and Gristle, you know, late 70s, early 80s, oh god, my brain's fried. In what they would call industrial, very early industrial experimental groups. You know, it's been going here for a long time. So I think that we've got more of, because we've got more of a, we're used to people experimenting with stuff. It's experimenting with sounds, experimenting. It's not just like, okay, there's a 3-minute pop record. What station will that get played on? Will it get played on this, that, or the other? That's, you know. Anyway, I know that I'm rambling. Esselman, I'm sorry that I'm rambling about your track and we're going off on a tangent.
Art of Noise is basically Trevor Horn's baby, wasn't it? That's his experimental thing.
Oh, it was Trevor Horn that was on the bass in all of those tracks. Actually, have you ever seen Close to the Edit played live?
I've seen it at the Royal Albert Hall.
It's amazing.
Good.
Anyway,
And it starts off with kind of, is that one that starts off with a choir at the start? That's one of the songs they do. It's got a live choir.
it's like, I don't know, the start of that track's a car engine turning over. Originally. Can't remember.
Close to the Edit.
Close to
A
the
War
Edit.
of the World?
Anyway,
I don't think I've heard that album.
talking about something else now. Okay, so
No, I didn't.
Craig says, we'll go through the comments. So Craig says, what just happened to that guy? I wonder if that song made sense in the context of the album. Great question. Great question. I would love to know what track number it is on the album, and if there is a story, if it's a storyline, or if, you know, if it's an album where everything merges into each other, or if it's just like a standalone. I'd love to know that.
Does John have that?
The second song on the album.
Okay. Interesting. It'd be interesting to. It's obviously, it sounds like a concept album. It'd be interesting to sit and listen to the album all the way through. Actually, anybody think that sounded like the War of the Worlds album?
No.
Nope.
Maybe the talky bits he's talking about, maybe. But I don't think so.
Anyway, right, boys, was that a hit or a miss?
Sorry, bro. I gotta give you this.
Sorry. In America, it would be a miss, probably. So sorry.
Yeah, in Canada, it's a miss.
I think if there's anything I could say, it would be shave off a minute off the front end of it. It doesn't need to be that long at the start before the singing. Well, it's not singing. Before the vocalization kicks in, doesn't need to be that much distortion. That doesn't need to be that long. But that's just my personal opinion.
Do a radio mix.
Do a radio edit and knock a minute off the front end of it, and then send it to me in a file. I'll put it on Helen's mixtape. Right. What's next? Let's go back to my inboxy box. Okay, what did we just have? We just had S on one, so let's go back up here. Is this sharing out? Hang on, let me check.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to keep jumping back and forward just to make sure that it's actually coming through. Still got a lot of submissions from pluggers, and it drives me nuts. Like it's the same thing, same people sending me.
Mhm.
It feels like spam, you know.
Just one more comment on that song. I feel like it was just so much thrown at you at once. It was just so much.
There was a lot going on.
Which makes sense why you say I'd like to hear it again, because you almost can't appreciate it because
Yes.
there's so much.
I would definitely feel like I need to hear it again. You're right. There was a lot going on. Okay, there's one here that jumps out straight at me called Velvet Air. So let's open that up. It says, hey, Helen, would love your feedback on our song Save Us. Few spins on your playlist would be killer. The Velvet Air. Cheers, RP, guitarist. Do you know what? I love this. And do you know why I love this? Because
Why?
it's simple. It's to the point. Helen, would you like to hear our song? Here's the song. None of this florid fucking essay thing about the genesis and how the band came about and who else has been playing it, like the stuff. I don't care what other radio stations have been playing it. This
Right.
email's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our song. Let us know if you'd like to play it. That's all you need to send me. If you want to give me a little bit more information, fine. But if I want more information, I'm likely to contact you and ask you for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is ideal. Because sometimes I get halfway through the email and I'm like, fuck, I don't even want to listen to the song. It's too florid. Anyway, that was just an aside. There's a video for this.
Ooh, I like videos.
Let's go for it.
Who's got money?
Okay, there was a problem downloading there's a problem playing the video. Okay, we're not watching the video then.
Oh,
Oh, damn it.
It's asking me to.
Fooled again.
Try it again.
I don't know why it won't let me play it. That's so weird. It's asking me to download it. Let's just play the song.
Come back yesterday.
Okay, Johnny, do you want to go first?
That was okay. Good guitar riff throughout. I thought it was good. I liked that. Vocals were actually okay as well. It'll definitely get played in commercial radio, I think, over here. Definitely, even local radio, I think would pick up on it because it is quite catchy. It's okay. It's good. That's
Vic?
me.
I thought it was fun. I liked it. You know, beat makes you want to move, dance. You know, maybe could be good at a rave or something. But yeah, I liked it. The singing was good. It was weird. Like when the chorus first came in, I was like, wasn't sure a little bit, but then I don't know. They somehow changed it later. But generally, I liked it.
Jeeves?
Oh, I loved it. The drums were superb. Like the way he played it and stuff. Knowing that I pick up on the drums because I'm a drummer myself, so it was phenomenal. And I loved the guitar. Like little guitar licks they were doing. Oh, it was really good. I think it would be a hit in commercial in Canada too. It'll be a huge hit. I loved it. Like
It sounded like something else, but I
What
was
is it?
trying so hard to pinpoint what that
Me too.
is.
I was trying to see who
And
it
it's
was.
driving me nuts.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
trying
That
to.
it reminds me of something, and I can't
Yeah.
think of what it is.
Guitar, maybe a big country.
I don't know. No,
No, I
no,
don't
Big
think so.
Country. Big Country had the dueling guitar sort of a bagpipey thing going on.
Right.
It's not quite U2. There's a little bit, kind of White
It's
Lies.
Swift.
I don't know.
More
It sounded like
spacey.
something, and I was trying to. But I'll tell you what, RP, who sent me the email, you can play. We can hear that you can play.
Yeah.
Because it was apparently the guitarist that sent me the file. I liked it. It sounded. It's your traditional rock band, right? It's your traditional, presumably 4 band members. You know, your drums, guitarists, bass. You know, it's your standard
Indie rock. Yeah.
traditional band.
Yeah. Indie
There was
rock.
nothing wrong with it. The boys can play. I enjoyed it. It's again probably not quite the right genre for the station. Not for the station. That's not true. For my show. So again, this is another one where I would say send it to the station. Send it to 365. You just go into 365radio.co, send it directly to the station. They will distribute it to the other presenters on the station. Because I don't know if I could get away with putting this in. Maybe if it was in between, say, Two Door Cinema Club and White Lies, or in between, Slow Readers Club and something, I could maybe get away with putting it in Helen's Mixtape, but it's not synthy at all. Like, it would have to be in amongst other guitar stuff for it to not, again, stand out like a sore thumb. That doesn't make it bad. I actually quite enjoyed it, and I was moving along to it. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like one of those things where you would hear this and you would necessarily instantly know it was them. That's the only thing. The mark of a great band is when you hear something and you instantly know that's them. That sounds like them.
Yeah.
But if this is a debut, tomato, right?
Debut.
If this is their debut single, I mean, it's pretty polished. It's pretty polished for a debut single, I have to say. Anyway, let's
When
read
it
the comments.
ended, I was like, "Oh, it's over already." I was thinking there was going to be a little bit more,
Yeah.
but I was like, "Oh, okay, that's
I
not a
don't-
bad thing."
I don't even know.
I was
how
looking
long
for a
it was.
guitar, like a full-on guitar solo, but I didn't get one.
It's 3:23,
I
so
was
it's
thinking,
3:23, so it's bang on, radio edit length,
Mhm.
3-minute pop song.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
Johnny, what were you saying
in the
there? I missed that.
comments.
I was just agreeing with Jeeves there, but I was expecting a guitar solo.
Mhm.
Yeah. And we didn't get one.
Well, maybe they gave us the radio edit. Maybe, there will be a longer version. Anywho, comments.
Yes.
Happy, boppy, and rolls along nicely. I like it. +1 from Down Under. That's Craig in Australia. Tony says, straight beach music, lol. beach music. A couple of confusing breaks, but no matter, this is gonna make it hit. Melanie says it has a good beat and you can dance to it. Yes, I think all of us were
I
nodding
was rocking.
along. We were all moving to that, so that's
Mhm.
a good sign. Right. So, was it a hit or a miss?
Oh, there we go.
Ta-da! Congratulations to. I'm sorry, I've completely forgotten the name of the band already.
Damn, Helen.
Velvet Air, the Velvet Air. Congratulations, Velvet Air. It's a hit all round. Well done. Well done, well done.
Good
So
job.
what was that? Track number 3.
3.
Mhm.
Yes. One more.
So we'll have one more. Let's go back into the emails then. See what we can find.
Melanie thinks it's a hit as well.
Yep. It's
Let's go back into the emails. So it was Velvet Air. Velvet Air. I'm
Yep.
not sure. Oh, I need to write that down actually because I've been trying to go along, you know. It's called Save Us. There we go. Again, I would like to listen to that again because I think I missed some of the lyrics, but the lyrics I caught were good.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go back up. There's quite a few here from people that we've already actually featured on JukeBox Jury. I'd like to play something that we haven't, you know, people we haven't played before.
Hmm.
Plastic Soul Boys. Plastic Soul Boys. That sounds interesting. Okay, Plastic Soul Boys. The boys are back, it says. The boys are back. We're happy to announce the release of our latest single, Tell Her That I'm Gay. A club banger that's perfect for any Pride playlist, as well as down at the club. We've also included a radio-friendly bonus track, Any Other Way 808 Mix, which you can play pretty much anywhere. It's out now on Bandcamp. Put your teeth back in, Helen. Apple Music and other digital platforms. You can check us out on YouTube. Tell Her That I'm Gay. Any Other Way. You can download the promo package. Blah 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 about us. We're an electronic duo working out of West Hollywood. We were originally from New York and London. Our respective labels won't let us use our real names, but we can tell you this. Soul Boy 1 sang lead on High Energy Classic that was a big hit in the UK, a record that still rocks the house. He's also worked with many geek icons, including Madonna. Soul Boy 2 has written and produced hits in Greece and South America, as well as #1 hit in Japan. He was recently asked to write a song for Miley Cyrus, and is up for a Grammy nomination. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
All right, this could go on forever. It's like a whole fucking essay. We don't need the whole thing. Let's just do the YouTube video. It's probably the easiest thing to do.
Yes.
Hang on.
Get some video.
Hang on a wee minute. So I need to stop sharing this. And then I need to reshare this. And let me know if we've got audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got video. Yep.
Yeah, we're good. Hide ourselves. Yeah. Welcome in, Raiders. From DJ Santos. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
I just got rated.
Welcome, Raiders.
Nice.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes. DJ
Hey.
Santos is in the house.
Hello. Who wants to go first with this? I can't remember who went first last time.
John.
Johnny went first last time.
So I guess it's me.
Oh, go on
Yeah.
then, Rick. You go first.
Okay. I think there's a message. He might be trying to say he's gay. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Possibly. Potentially.
I think I might have caught that in there. Not saying that the song was bad at all, but it wasn't remarkable. Like, I feel like somebody who knows what they're doing could have easily just made that in an afternoon. Like, it wasn't super creative. It was just very basic. Again, that's not saying it's bad. If you like that, you're cool. If you just want to have something to dance to, there you go. You did it. But it's nothing that's gonna like win awards at all. It was fun, but not remarkable either. I think he might be gay. I'm not sure.
Possibly. I don't know. He's too ambiguous. It's hard to tell.
Yes.
Jeeves?
Yes, I like that track. That's an EDM track, and that'll be played in raves and clubs and stuff. Obviously, yeah, he did say he's gay because that was obvious. Also, I'm saying, yeah, I liked it. This is something you play in an EDM club or in a rave, which I've been in a lot. So they repeat a lot of things. So yeah, I like it. I loved it.
I want to see Jeeves with the glow sticks.
I was grooving into it actually when it was going on. It's great.
Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box.
Box.
Johnny?
Yeah. I've all get played a lot in gay clubs, definitely. I just think that the tune wasn't that good. It could be better. It's as if it was on like the song kind of mimicked the video as if it was on a 30-second loop, I thought. And they could have made the video, I don't know, maybe that was all the money they had, but if maybe they made a sort of better video. The song was okay. If I was in a club and it came on, I'd dance to it. I'd make sure I was dancing next to a girl, of course, but apart from that, it sounds okay.
I was quite disappointed. Having read the back history of who it is that's involved, and they've done this and they've done that and they've done this and they've done that, I was quite disappointed in what it was. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't brilliant. The video repeating every so often was annoying. They could have done a lot better with that. They could have done a much better job with the video. That was disappointing. I don't know. It just felt like I was after a minute and a half. I checked. I don't know if you noticed that the screen changed because I went into YouTube to check how far in it was and how long the video was. So three and a half minute song or a 3-minute 43-minute song or something, and a minute and a half I was already checking how much longer it had to go. Like it felt like too much of the same thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Right.
Just wasn't great.
So
I wouldn't play this on mixtape. It's too meh. Melanie said it. She said meh. She's right. That's what it is. It's meh. When I think about how many brilliant actual bangers have been produced, right, from people in the LGBT community and that are known as gay tracks, whatever the fuck that even if you can even pinpoint that, but you know what I mean, like things that are played in gay clubs. High energy. Somebody made a reference to that had a big high energy hit. When I think about how many bangers have actually been produced, and I saw what these are supposed to be people who are seasoned, who have made music for a long time, it just was a bit meh. Anyway, I feel a bit sad. That's what we're ending on. Like that we're ending on something that was a bit.
I thought it was
I think. Do you know what I think? I think if it was mixed in, okay. So I'm thinking from a radio point of view, obviously, because that's my thing, right?
Yeah.
In a club, being mixed in with another track,
Mm-hmm.
fill it in between tracks. It's good. It's not a radio track though.
No.
It's too repetitive. At
Yeah.
this minute and a half in, I was like,
Yeah.
how much longer is this to go? Anyway,
When did it get released? Do you know that? Does it tell you that? No.
let me check. Let me just go back in. It says blah 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 blah. I almost want to hear what the other track was because they sent me 2 tracks, right? And I almost want to see if the other track was any better.
Shall we do it?
Do we have time to do it?
I'm down.
I'm down.
Well, we'll play
Okay.
the other track and see if that
Wait,
one's any
how long
better.
is it?
I don't know. Hang on.
Can you check?
I'm just looking to see. It doesn't say when it was released, but I'm presuming. I mean, this email was sent to me the 19th of June, so within the last week.
I was only asking if they would try to kind of like cash in on
Pride
Pride
Week.
Month.
100%. It says
Yeah,
it on
Pride
it.
Yeah.
A club banger that's perfect for any Pride playlist, as well as down at the club. They're literally telling you that that's what they're trying. That's what they're aiming for. Should we listen to the other track and see if it's any?
Yeah,
I'd love
sure,
to. I'd love to end on a higher note than just meh.
Yes.
You know.
If it sounds exactly the same, then I'm gonna be checked out mentally.
Okay. Let's
The
just.
B-side, I'm
I'll
not
groove
gay.
to it.
What's that?
I'll groove to it.
Is it the B-side's called I'm Not Gay?
To be safe.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gay either. I'm straight as heck.
Nobody.
I'll tell you a story later after we.
It
listen to
really
this.
doesn't matter.
I don't care what you
You know
do in
what?
your bedroom.
You know what though? It was quite funny watching 3 heterosexual blokes watching that video. You all kind of like recoiled when the 2 guys were snogging. It was quite funny. That's why I was like,
Were we
titting it
were
to
we
myself.
were we squirming a little bit?
A little bit. You were trying so hard to be professional, but I could see it. That's why I was like this. I wasn't laughing at the track. I was laughing at you 3 trying to keep it professional. Wait, hang on.
Good point, Craig.
Let's do this.
Well, this looks better.
It's got it also has a video. Okay.
Okay.
That's the her they're talking to. Tell her that we're gay.
Here you come again. That's all I gotta say, my friend. Now we better say goodbye. I think you better go now, or you might see me cry. Tell her that I'm happy. Tell her that I'm gay. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay. Oh, we don't have sound for Rick. I don't hear Rick.
I was looking at Jeeves. I was like, he looks like he definitely has an opinion.
Okay. Who wants to go first on this one?
Okay, my interpretation, the video, hell no. But it's better beat, and obviously we get the point and storyline. But no, I ain't watching that video ever again. Threw me off. That guy going slow motion and just give it. I was just so awkward.
Okay. All right.
Video, no approval. But the song.
What about the
is-
song? Talk about the song.
Okay.
Yeah, we're meant to be talking about the song.
I don't know. It just threw me off. Sorry. Okay, the song, I like the beat. I liked it. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. It was
Right,
way
who-
better than the first one.
You guys, honestly, right. Try to think which way round. Who do we? Johnny, you go
Okay,
next.
go Johnny next.
John, yeah.
I don't know. I've lost it. I thought the other song was better.
Okay.
More like for club wise,
Mm-hmm.
like this song, the second song wouldn't get played in a club.
No.
It would get played in a club if we wanted to empty the club, obviously. But no,
I love how he adds obviously at the end.
in my opinion, no, I prefer the other song. This just didn't do it. I thought the start of the video looked as if it could
Promising.
be okay, but then it just kind of went downhill.
Okay, Rick.
So I'll say with Jeeves, the video was very boring. Like, didn't even need to watch the video. It was super boring. But for the song, much better than the first. I don't even think they had that phrase any other way in the first one. And I was like, oh, we could have used that in the first one to make some differentiation here so it's not so repetitive. But yeah, overall, better than the first one for sure. The first one was just way too repetitive for me. But this one was better. I'm not saying I liked it, but it was better than the first. It was better than the first. Not the video. Video was boring. But I don't know why we're so fixated on the video. But the song was better.
Because it made you feel uncomfortable. That's why you're.
The first one made me feel uncomfortable. The second one didn't make me feel uncomfortable. It was just boring.
Well, it made Jeeves feel uncomfortable. The second one. Look at him. He's never seen a man standing with a pair of trousers on before. We were literally seeing nothing. Like, I don't understand why you're like all agitated over it, but it's weird.
So-
Anyway,
Was it the make love to me eyes?
that's what it was. You've got to
Make
bat your
love it.
eyelids like this. You got to
Make love it.
So I actually agree with one of the comments here, where Craig says instantly better, a beat, a great little story, and a nice tagline. I agree with that. This one made more sense. Okay, it did feel like you were being told a story in this one. It made sense. I liked the second one. I actually, not just that I liked the second one better than the first one, I actually liked the second one. I actually would listen to this. I liked it. Obviously, it was slowed down. It was the same tune. It was the same. It was actually the same music. Sorry, that fan's right in my eyes, and it's making my eyes feel it. It was essentially the same tune slowed down, but it made more sense. The little storyline made sense. The having some vocals, some lyrics in there made sense, and the tagline, I wouldn't have it any other way. I preferred that track. Definitely, I would agree with what Craig was saying there. We've missed a few comments, so I'm just going to go back and read them over before we do our hit or miss. So Tony said he had a phone call. Okay. Melanie said Village People were much better. Quick mix into another You'll Never Know. I don't know if that's relating to this or if it's relating to...
Oh, when we were saying about putting it in the middle of two different songs.
Yes.
Yeah, he was commenting on that. Yeah.
MP3 files have B-sides, question mark? Okay. And Tony says that's going to sell hit. So, boys, I don't know if we're marking the first one or the second one or both.
I think we, overall, of both, I think it would be better.
Okay. Hit or miss?
On both?
I think so.
The wrong one.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Jeeves. It's your slowpoke. Hurry up. There we go.
A button.
Hit the bloody button. There we go. All right.
I have one more to say to that. The second track for the Americans, it sounded like T-Pain or Cheers when the auto-tune came through and he was singing.
I wasn't keen on the auto-tune, actually. They could have done with dropping that. But if they are incognito and if that's true and the record label doesn't want them knowing who it is, then maybe that's why they're using auto-tune, just to slightly distort the voice. Maybe it's too recognizable.
Maybe.
Otherwise, I don't see the point in having it. Like, the auto-tune should go. But it's just a personal opinion. I hate it. Right. That's it. Well, that's us wrapped up. We've done our 4. In fact, we've done 5 tracks because we did 2 at the end there. Yep. Do we want to just go around the room and just, tell everybody how they can reach you and find you and what you do and all that kind of stuff? Rick, we'll start with you. We'll go.
And for clarity, what you hate is the auto-tune, because somebody might think you meant the song.
No, the auto-tune. I'm not a fan of auto-tune anyway. On anything. I think it's pointless. But like I say, I think if they said in the email that their record label doesn't want their identities known, then it would make sense to put a wee bit auto-tune on there to kind of distort the voice.
Yeah.
Anywho, we'll go clockwise. We'll start with Rick. Hang on, wait till I need to make us. Now wait a minute. It's been a few weeks since I've done this. I'm forgetting what it is I'm doing. So we want one of these, and we want to make Rick bigger.
Yes.
No, we want to make Rick bigger, not me bigger. There we go.
It's my chair sunk down a little bit.
Tell us about yourself, Rick, and where can people find you?
Just go to rickcosta.com and pretty much should tell you everything you need to know right there. I broadcast every day. And yeah, rickcosta.com. You'll figure it out from there.
Well, that was short and sweet.
Yeah.
Jeeves?
Well, I'm Mr. Twix. You can find me on Twitch, and all the information I broadcast on Twitch 3 times a week. Since I was in vacation, I've taken a week off, so I'm trying to get back into that. You can find me over there, and I'll give you all the information.
Johnny?
Hi, I'm Johnny. You can find me on Twitter Live, Sunday UK, 9 p.m. Music quiz. Usually a category quiz with 120 songs. So we do it every week. So why not follow me on Twitter and join in the quizzing. Good banter and have some fun. Learn some new music that you might have forgotten or maybe you don't even know. Thank you.
I can't remember where we had this. Was it this one? Was it this one? No.
Yes.
This one. Did I not have the chat on the thing today? Did I not have the chat up on the overlay today?
Oh, I don't think you did.
Nope,
oh no!
Oopsie.
It's too late to add it now. Well, I've been reading out all the comments anyway.
Yeah, you've been reading them, yeah.
But I wondered why the layout was odd, and it's because I didn't put the chat overlay on.
And I didn't remember it either. My bad.
Dope.
I didn't even notice because I'm reading it on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Helen,
me
you
too.
silly sausage. Okay, and I'm Helen, and obviously my bio link's on my thing at all times, so there's no excuse to not be able to find me. Details of JukeBox Jury itself on jukeboxjury.info. All the sort of bios of the jurors and things are on there. Our previous episodes are on there. The genesis of how this show came about is on there. And you can hear Helen's mixtape on a Thursday evening, 9 p.m. UK time. It's 4 p.m. Eastern on 365radio.co, and then on catch up on Mixcloud if you search for Radio Leggy. Thank you all for tuning in and keeping us company. We'll be back, I think it's 6 weeks' time, the next one.
Yep.
But we'll put it on all the socials with the date and the time and things. Johnny, Jeeves, Rick, thank you all for joining me, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheerio, bye, ta-ta.
Adios.
Peace.